Alright, so we've got these two given points in a 3D plane, and they want us to find the other points. So let's see how you do this. One of the tricks is to draw it correctly. So this blue point right here is going to be on the same plane. That plane right there is perpendicular, is parallel to the x to the yz plane. So that means x, the x value for that one, is going to be the same as the x value for this one, which is 3. Okay?
Yeah.
And that point is also on the plane right here. And that plane is, that looks like a horrible plane first of all, but that plane is
The 2.
perpendicular, or parallel rather, to the z plane. And so the z is going to be the same
Okay.
because it's parallel. Did I say that right? No, that's parallel to the x. No, you're right. That's parallel to the xz plane. And so the y is going to be the same. So it's going to be 2. And then the last one that's on is this plane down here. And that plane is
3. Z.
the x, yep. So the z is going to be 3. So 3, comma 2, comma 3 should be the answer.
Yeah.
So to find this light blue point right there, you'll notice that it's on the brown plane that I drew in.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that it's got 3 as its last coordinate. It's also on, gonna have to draw on a couple more planes here. It's also on this gray plane right there, which is parallel, that's the xz plane, so the y coordinate is the same as any other points on that plane. And this point is also on the plane, so 4,
Oh, okay.
right? And then it's also on the last plane that it shares is this plane over here, which is parallel to the zy plane, so therefore the x value is the same as any other points that are on that plane.
Yes.
And 3 is also on that plane, so 3, comma 4, comma 3 is that point. And then you can do the same thing with the other points on this, the same method you could use to find this point, this point, this point, and that point, the other 4 points. So I'll just draw those in real quick. So you can notice that these points here all are perpendicular, or parallel, I keep saying perpendicular, parallel to the xy plane, so all the z's are going to be the same for all of those. So check to make sure that there's a 5 there, there's a 5 there, and this point has a 5 there. Same with these 3. So maybe this could be a good way to do it, is to make sure that these 3 all have a 3, because they're parallel to the xy plane, so the z's are always 3. 3, comma 3, comma, so you can just start building those points like that. 3, is that all 3 of them? 3, and this point here would have a 3 in it. Okay, and then you can similarly go about and do that same thing for these 2 planes that are this way. Those are parallel to the YZ plane, so all the x's have to be the same. So the x's are 1. Did I not finish some of these? Yeah, I think I did that one wrong. I think this one and this one, I had them wrong. That's 1, 2, 5. Wait, did I just put the same thing back there? Or no, is that right? 3, 2, 5. Yeah, so all of those have a 3 in them. So that means this would be a 3 here. And this up here was a 3. And if you take a look at that back plane, those all, again, should have a 1, 1, 1. So this would be a 1 here for the x coordinate. And am I missing one? I think I'm missing one more point. Looks like I haven't labeled this point yet, right there. 1. And then do the same thing for the planes that are parallel to the did I do XY already? YZ? Whichever the other one you haven't done yet. Like that plane and that plane. So in this way, there's probably a shorter way of doing this, but it's good to go through the process of visualizing it regardless.